Hey, what's up, everyone?
Today, I'm diving into something that's gonna get you thinking, questioning, and hopefully help you break free from the constraints that so many of us live with every single day. We're going to talk about reality, not just the version of it that we see on the surface, but the one that's hidden underneath, the one that's shaped by influences we don't even realize.
And most importantly, we're going to talk about how you can transcend the barriers that keep you stuck in this matrix, this false reality that keeps you from seeing your true potential.
It's time to wake up. We live in a world where everything around us seems PR programmed, from the way we think to the way we feel, to even how we react to the situations we find ourselves in.
Social media tells us who we should be. The news tells us what's happening in the world, but in a way that manipulates our emotions, controls our thoughts, and feeds us narratives that often aren't even true.
So, when do we get a chance to ask ourselves, is this the reality I want?
Is this the world I'm supposed to live in? See, we're often told that reality is something fixed, something unchangeable, but that's a lie.
Reality is constantly shifting, and so are you.
The moment you realize that you can change the way you view the world, you begin to realize you can change your life.
But first, you have to understand that what you've been told, what we've all been told, is a constructed reality.
It's all been shaped by external forces, narratives imposed on us to keep us in line, to keep us comfortable, to keep us distracted. But what if we could break out of that? What if you didn't have to follow the rules, the expectations, or the lies we've been fed? What if you could look deep within yourself, find your own truth, and build a life that's authentic to who you really are? I know, it sounds radical, but that's exactly what we need right now.
We live in a time where we're more connected than ever, yet more disconnected from ourselves than ever before.
The pressure to conform is real. The pressure to fit in, to meet expectations, to be someone else, to live a life that society says is right, all of that is draining us. But here's the thing. You have the power to step away from it all.
You have the power to question what you've been told and find a new path that leads to freedom, peace, and self-authenticity. And it starts with awareness. I want you to think about this for a second. What if the reality you're living in isn't real at all? What if the things you've been told are the way things are, aren't the way they are at all?
What if you could challenge those beliefs, question those narratives, and start to peel back the layers of illusion that have been placed over your eyes?
The first step to breaking free from this manipulated reality is awareness.
Awareness of the systems that are in place, awareness of the people, the institutions, the media that are constantly feeding us stories that don't serve us.
We live in a time where the lines between truth and illusion have blurred. We're bombarded every day with messages telling us how to think, what to believe, what to buy, who to love, and who to hate.
But how often do we stop and ask ourselves, is this my truth? Is this the life I want to live?
When you begin to question, when you start to resist these external influences, that's when the real magic starts. That's when you begin to take back control of your life.
I'm talking about breaking free from the narrative that society tries to impose on you. I'm talking about finding your own voice, your own truth, and living a life that's true to who you really are, not who the world wants you to be. Now, I know this sounds easier said than done. It's not easy to go against the grain.
It's not easy to challenge everything you've ever known. It's uncomfortable. It's scary. But that's where the real growth happens. When you confront your fears, when you face those uncomfortable truths, that's when you find out what you're really made of. That's when you start to see the world in a new light. I know a lot of you might be thinking, but where do I start?
That's a good question, and I'm glad you asked.
The first thing I want you to do is this. Start by looking inward. So many of us are caught up in what's happening outside of us, the drama, the distractions, the constant noise. We're constantly looking for answers outside of ourselves.
But the real answers are within you.
Start by doing a deep dive into your own soul. Look at your own thoughts, your own emotions, your own fears.
What are you running from? What are you avoiding? The truth is, we all have shadows, those dark parts of ourselves that we'd rather not face. But it's in facing those shadows that we find our true strength.
It's in confronting our fears, our doubts, and our insecurities that we find our true selves. This journey isn't about perfection.
It's not about being flawless or having everything figured out. It's about progress. It's about embracing the messiness of life and learning to grow through it.
And let me tell you something, it's okay to not have all the answers. It's okay to not be perfect.
The important thing is that you're on the path, that you're willing to face your fears and keep going.
As you begin this journey inward, you will start to uncover things about yourself that you might have buried deep down.
Maybe it's a past trauma. Maybe it's a limiting belief that's been holding you back for years.
Whatever it is, know that you have the power to heal, to transform, and to create a new reality for yourself. You don't have to be defined by your past. You can choose who you want to be, but this process isn't always smooth. There will be days when it feels like you're not making any progress, like you're stuck in the same old patterns, like you'll never get out of this cycle.
I get it.
I've been there, but I promise you, every step you take, every small shift you make, is bringing you closer to your true self.
And that's something worth fighting for. Now, let's talk about creating the reality you want. This is where things get really exciting.
Because here's the truth. We are all creators. We are all capable of shaping our own lives.
We are not victims of circumstance.
We are CEO creators of our own destiny.
And the sooner we realize that, the sooner we can start taking responsibility for our lives and creating the world we want to live in.
How do we do this?
It starts with understanding the power of our thoughts and emotions. Our thoughts are like the brushes that paint the picture of our reality.
Every thought we think, every emotion we feel, is creating the life we live.
The trick is to become conscious of this process, to start choosing our thoughts and emotions rather than letting them control us.
Instead of being swept away by the negativity, the fear, and the doubt, we can choose to focus on what we want to create.
We can choose to focus on love, peace, abundance, and joy. When you start to align your thoughts and emotions with your highest intentions, you are in harmony with the universe. And when you're in that state, that's when the magic happens.
That's when you can start to manifest the life you've always dreamed of.
It's not about waiting for the world to change. It's about changing yourself, and by doing so, changing the world around you.
Now, let me get into something else that's crucial for this journey. The Matrix.
Yeah, I know, it sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. But it's real. The Matrix is the web of beliefs, systems, and patterns that keep us trapped in a false version of reality. It's the veil that distorts our perception of the world and limits our ability to evolve and create.
But guess what? You can break free from it.
The first step is awareness.
The second step is questioning everything you've been told.
The third step is breaking down the structures that have kept you confined for so long. It's not an easy process, but it's worth it.
Because once you start to see through the veil, once you start to question the reality you've been living in, everything changes. You begin to see the world as it truly is, not as you've been told it is.
And here's the thing, you are not alone in this.
We are all connected.
When one of us rises, we all rise. When one of us awakens, the collective consciousness awakens. Your journey isn't just for you, it's for all of us.
Every time you break free from a limiting belief, every time you heal a wound, every time you embrace your true self, you're contributing to the collective evolution of humanity. So, as you move through this journey, remember that you are not alone. We are all in this together. And as we each heal, grow, and awaken, we are making the world a better place for all of us.
Now, I know this might seem overwhelming at times.
I know there will be moments when you feel like giving up, when it feels like the world is against you. But let me tell you this, the darkness can't drive out the darkness. Only light can do that. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to shine brighter, to dig deeper, and to become the person you were always meant to be.
And when the going gets tough, remember this, hope is real.
Hope is the belief that no matter how hard things get, there is always a way out.
There is always a light at the end of the tunnel.
And that light is within you.
So keep going, keep questioning, keep evolving, because you are powerful, you are capable, and you are here for a reason. Never forget that.
I hope this video has resonated with you.
If it has, do me a favor and like, share and comment below. Let me know what you think, and let's keep this conversation going. Together, we can make this world a better place. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.